Well, howdy, I'm Aunt Ruthie from sugarpiefarmhouse.com, and I am all about encouraging you to make your home as sweet as pie. Now, if you don't follow me yet on Instagram or Facebook, well, what are you waiting for? Come on over. I'll leave some links below in the description box. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my vintage-inspired summer decorating ideas. So kick back with an ice-cold glass of sweet tea and enjoy the down-home goodness of the good old summertime. Well, here we are at my entryway, and since I'm an old-fashioned girl that loves to decorate with that vintage-inspired look, I couldn't resist this fried green tomato sign. It's perfectly reminiscent of the kind of thing you might see at a small town diner or cafe down in the South. I remember my mother-in-law Ruth, who grew up on a farm in southern Oklahoma, told me that on Saturdays her papa, Maynard, would hitch up a wagon and take her mama, Jenny May, and all the kids into town to get supplies and sometimes even a treat, like an orange soda, a candy stick, and maybe some pie. And what would be sweeter than homemade hand pies bursting at the seams with strawberry filling and a sparkling sugar crust? They look especially yummy in this rustic wooden pie safe. A pie safe was exactly that, a place to keep your pies, cakes, and bread safe from flies and other critters. It was a must-have in every home kitchen before refrigeration. On top of the pie safe, I placed 2 thick diner mugs, because after Pa hangs his straw hat, he can't think of anything better than to sit down with a good cup of hot coffee with a homemade strawberry hand pie. It was customary for the women folk back in the 1930s and 40s to wear a hat when it was go-to-town day. Jenny May would put on a clean cotton dress, pin her hair up on top of her head, and put on her hat to be presentable, and perhaps a dab of rose water behind her ears to smell sweet. I'm sure she looked forward to seeing her friends in town at the general store to chat about remedies, recipes, the price of sugar, and the bumper crop of blackberries that needed canning. On the old chicken ladder, I hung some vintage tablecloths, and the one at the very top actually belonged to Jenny May, my husband's grandmother. This was her Sunday tablecloth. So after church, all of the family would gather around the table and enjoy a home-cooked meal. And I can only imagine the absolutely delicious food that Miss Jenny May prepared and the happy memories that were made around that table. One of the things that I like to do is kind of carry out the colors when I'm creating a little vignette. So you can see a lot of the red and white gingham matches the red berries on the hat. There's red geraniums, and of course there's the green sign, and then I have the vintage tablecloths that have some green in them, and this all ties everything together. I also love having some of my American flags as part of my summer decor. I recently found this old flour sifter that came out of an old kitchen cupboard, and I filled it with flowers, and there you go. And you see the little handle at the bottom? That's how they sifted the flour, right in their kitchen cupboard. I love it. All I did with my mantle was hang a red, white, and blue bunting. Easy peasy. And here's a peek of our deck right outside of our entry living room. And as you can see, I love red and white gingham. It goes so well with my fresh sliced watermelon. So my actual cushions have faded and ripped, and to replace them would be like $1,000 to replace all of them. So this is what I did. I got a tablecloth, and I got these little suspender clips that you would use for your sheets on your mattress, and I just clipped them together, no sewing. And there you go. I got the tablecloths on Amazon. Let's head into the kitchen and I'll show you some of my summer decorating ideas in there. I wanted to keep my baking center very simple, so there's not really a whole lot going on there. Just lots of white and little touches of red. One of the things I love about summertime is growing my own tomatoes right outside my kitchen door. And when I found this little pickin' time sign with a tomato on it, I thought it'd be perfect for my kitchen. So in the pickle barrel in the back there, I have some silk flowers, and those are the ones that I got at Magnolia Farms down in Waco, Texas. And here I have a vintage cone-shaped strainer, and this is to puree your tomatoes or berries or anything with seeds or a skin that you don't want. And look at that handle with its chippy green goodness. And then of course I love my white enamelware, and it's filled with fresh picked tomatoes. And that's what I call farmy, and I love it all. I don't know what it is about signs, but I love them, especially my sweet tea sign. And right above my farm sink, I have a wash pan, and I actually put it in my farm sink to soak some dishes while I'm cooking. It makes me feel like a farm woman. I love creating little vignettes around the kitchen so that while I'm preparing a meal, I have something fun to look at. So I have this little wooden tote that I found at a flea market, and I lined it with flour sack fabric. It's very old, probably from the 1930s, and my mother-in-law used to tell me that her mama would make them dresses out of flour sacks. And there's my mother-in-law, the little girl right in the middle, with her flour sack dress on. And there's Maynard and Jenny May. So just gathering a few things from my kitchen: a pie plate, rolling pin, cookbook, and a bowl of fruit. An easy way to create a very sweet and happy looking vignette. And I have to say that I think the Georgia Peach candle from Bath & Body Works is probably my favorite summertime scent. Right outside my kitchen door, I have my little kitchen garden. And I like to come out here and just relax and kind of breathe in the beauty of the Ozarks. So I've got basil and tomatoes, of course. I'm going to have parsley and peppers and sage and mint and dill. And take a look at this view. This is the sunrise on this beautiful summer morning. Well, you've got to have ice cream if you're going to be celebrating the good old summertime. So here I have a little vignette set up with a picnic basket, a vintage ice cream churn, and an old menu board from probably some little soda shop somewhere back in the 1940s. You can tell by the prices of the ice cream cones, 7 cents for 1 scoop and 12 cents for a double scoop. The cutest thing. And how about that brown cow for 17 cents down at the bottom? That was 2 scoops of vanilla ice cream with Coke poured over it, and sometimes a shot of chocolate syrup. I don't know about that. This old green ice cream churn belonged to my mother-in-law, and I'm sure it brightened eyes and made mouths water when it was pulled down from the pantry shelf and brought into the kitchen. My mother-in-law made the best fresh peach ice cream. One taste and you wanted to shout, "Boy, howdy, that's good." So the mantle in my great room looks pretty similar to how I had it for the spring, but I did add the red, white, and blue bunting, and then the white pictures I filled with silk flowers that I already had. And I like just shopping my house and just moving things around to give the rooms a fresh look. I also added our beloved American flag on both sides of the mantle, and that's how I decorate for the good old summertime. You know, creating a home that our family feels loved in is so important. And celebrating the seasons just brings so much joy into our homes and to our lives. Well, thank you so much for watching. And if you liked this video, I would so appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up. And if you love farmhouse decorating like I do, be sure to check out my Amazon country store. I'll leave the links below in the description box. Well, I want to wish you a very happy summer, and God bless your darling heart, and you'll come back now, you hear?